Basically, I had been skinny all my life. So it was right after I finished my high school, I realized like I need to do something about it because I was like
Uh-huh.
extremely skinny. I was 47 kilos and I wanted to just look normal. So my goal was not to be a fitness enthusiast or anything as such. I was just looking for a way such that I could just look normal like everybody else.
Wow.
And I tried a lot of stuff. And then I heard that my dad used to be skinny as well, and then he worked out, and then he built his body when he was young. So I felt like I should give it a try. So
Mm-hmm.
it was 2000 around 2009, and
Wow.
it was kind of like my New Year's resolution that I want to change myself. So it was Jan 1st. I went into a gym. So we had a subject called entrepreneurship in our final semester. I had never heard the word. Like back then entrepreneurship was not
A thing. Yeah.
a cool thing, right? So for me I had to understand what it means.
So hello everybody and welcome to my career path. Today we have Sushant Pradhan Dai with us. He is a social media influencer and he owns the physique workshop. And I think he is a icon for us for physical fitness, as you can see here as well. Today we'll go through his journey, the career he followed, and how he reached the heights he is today at, and what he plans in future. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
Okay, so the if we talk about today, Sushant Pradhan is a well-known name. You know, we take inspiration for fitness with you when you want to, do something. We go to, we ask you about how to get fit, and you have been inspiration to a lot of people. You have been doing great with physique workshop as well. But now talking about the very initial phases, not when you're just starting with fitness and shaping yourself as a branding yourself. How did you start all this, the starting point, from the early ages? What was it like, and what inspired you, what kicked this off, what started all of this?
So to start it all off, basically I had been skinny all my life. So it was right after I finished my high school, I realized like I need to do something about it because I was like
Uh-huh.
extremely skinny. I was 47 kilos and I wanted to just look normal. So my goal was not to be a fitness enthusiast or anything as such. I was just looking for a way such that I could just look normal like everybody else.
Wow.
And I tried a lot of stuff. And then I heard that my dad used to be skinny as well, and then he worked out, and then he built his body when he was young. So I felt like I should give it a try. So
Mm-hmm.
it was 2000 around 2009, and
Wow.
it was kind of like my New Year's resolution that I want to change myself. So it was Jan 1st. I went into a gym. I joined the gym, and then I started working out, and so that's how it got started. And I started seeing results in the next 2 to 3 months, and it I kind of got hooked. So the most interesting thing was seeing my body change. That was there, but then I actually liked. I've been curious kind of person, like all throughout my childhood, all throughout my life. Even right now, I would search things that people know about. I mean, like even basic things, like how do you brush your teeth better? These are the kind of things I still search about. So getting into something new, I wanted to know more about fitness, how the body works, how nutrition works, how recovery, and all those things. So back then we didn't used to have internet, so I used to go to cyber cafes, pay for an hour or so, and I would download as many articles as I could on my USB drive, come home and then read.
Oh my
That
god.
used to be, to try to understand how everything works. So I kind of got hooked, and the most interesting thing to me was actually teaching people as well, helping them get through their fitness journey. So
Uh-huh.
that stuck to me throughout my bachelor's, right? And I continued with my fitness journey. I continued with teaching people how to do that. And then it was right around my final semester, right? I decided that I want to open up a fitness center.
Wow.
So we had a subject called entrepreneurship in our final semester. I had never heard the word. Like back then, entrepreneurship was not
A thing. Yeah.
a cool thing, right? So for me, I had to understand what it means. So I found it interesting. So our project was to prepare a business plan, and I made a business plan of a gym, right?
Wow.
So that in turn converted into the physique workshop. So before I finished my bachelor's, I started working on the project. Actually, I wanted to make it in real. So, right when I was doing the final exams, I was working in the physics workshop, like creating the development process of the physics workshop, the building of the gym, the space, renting the space, getting equipment, all those things, and I was giving exams as well. So that's how I got started into fitness. 2000, it was 2013. I was 23 years old, and that was the first time anybody in my entire family had ever stepped into business.
Wow.
So it was tough, and I failed for the first 7 years, for the first 7 months, because I thought like the skills are all you need,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you're a skilled person, and I knew that I was a very good trainer. People knew that I was a good trainer, and I thought like I would succeed. But then it's just so much more than just knowing about working out and eating right. I mean, like you have to know about marketing, you have to know about branding, and operations, finance, and all those things, which I was not experienced, right? So 7 months, dip down, not a lot of people, not a lot of revenue, and right around the seventh month mark, I went to watch this movie. So that was like my lowest point in my career, and I had like I paid the rent, so we have to pay rent, and for 3 months or 2 months in advance, I paid the rent, and I had like 900 something rupees in my bank account. And I was like, shit, man, this is not working. I mean, like I might as well spend this money on watching movies. So I said I'll watch two movies in a row. The first one was Jobs, the one with Ashton Kutcher. So I had never been a fan of Apple, right? But I respected Steve Jobs
Yeah.
as the CEO. Never used the product. Never liked they have the closed ecosystem. You cannot do
Yeah.
a lot of things compared to Android. So I was an Android guy, and I was like, let's watch this movie because I've heard great things about the CEO. So right after I figured that Steve Jobs was not everything when it comes to Apple. He was the person with the vision. He was a person who was very good at marketing and presenting, but he was not the technical person, right? It was Steve Wozniak. I could relate because I was Steve Wozniak. I was Steve Wozniak. I didn't have Steve Jobs, right, in my company. So I figured either I need to get someone or hire someone who could be like Steve Jobs that can brand or market, or since I didn't have money, I was already losing. So I felt like or I should be that guy. So I started with social media, with Instagram, with YouTube, with Facebook, with writing blogs. I offered to write in a lot of magazines. A lot of magazines didn't have a fitness section. All the big names, whatever were the big names in those times, I offered to write for free, and I wrote for 2 years, like every single month. A lot of these big names.
Mm-hmm.
So fitness section, and that's how I got started with marketing and branding, and that's how people started knowing about me a little more, and that's how pretty much everything got started.
Okay, there. So one question I have in my mind is that you are into fitness. So everybody wants
Right.
to stay fit. Everybody wants a good body. But now making that
Right.
into a career, what was that
Right.
spark to that? This could be a viable career option for me. I could be a gym trainer. I can be the fitness guy who would inspire others to stay fit. To stay healthy, to make people
Right.
aware. So what was that one thing that sparked that inside you so that you could start a business out of
Okay.
it?
Yeah. So I won't try to act like I knew everything. I knew the business opportunity and the market. I had no clue. I was like very ignorant about all these things, right? I didn't even bother about looking at finances and will it turn into a viable business. Although I had business plan, but then now when I look back at it, it was pretty much incomplete, right? So for me, it was what drove me into fitness or having my own gym was that I saw this this industry as something that was still driven by myths, still driven by old information,
Yeah.
a lot of misinformation. And I felt like this should be driven by science and facts, because this is closely related to health and your body, and you cannot do guesswork. So that was my main intention. The first thing that I really wanted to do was to have a science-based fitness approach, and I felt like our country needed that kind of approach, right? In the industry, fitness industry. The other thing was a lot of people when they join gyms, it's kind of like an intimidating environment. Back then, it was more so than right now, because it was mostly about bodybuilding and competing and people wanting to build muscles. And right now it has become a part of our lifestyle. Like, I mean, like, people in Nepal, they can relate, because everybody everywhere else it has become a part of their lifestyle, but here it started very slow. So back then it was more like, people didn't go to the gym
No.
because they wanted to be fit. People didn't go to the gym because they didn't have a specific reason. Everybody who joined the gym, they had a specific purpose. They wanted to lose fat, they wanted to compete, and things like that. Like right now people go to gym just because it's part of their lifestyle, right? So I wanted to turn it into a lifestyle. And especially it was intimidating for a lot of people when and that was the main factor why they wouldn't join gyms, because it felt uncomfortable, the kind of people, the environment, the trainers, everything. So I wanted to create a very friendly and welcoming environment. So these two were like the main drivers that got me started into having my own gym.
Uh-huh. That's very inspiring. Now talking about as an entrepreneur, I'm not talking about you being a fitness enthusiast. You started a business, but as an entrepreneur, there are a lot of things you might need to tackle. That might be people's
Right.
mindset. You already told that. But now, what were the other problems that you faced as an entrepreneur? You were keen of teaching people that fitness is a thing. You were keen on
Hmm.
making people aware that this is a part of your lifestyle. But now
Right.
that interest is with you, but how did it convert into clients or having a lot of people and bringing that awareness? Because as an entrepreneur you had to tackle all that, though as a fitness enthusiast
Right.
you knew this was important. But from the entrepreneur side, what were the major challenges you faced?
The major challenges were most importantly the awareness factor. Like, it comes as a fitness enthusiast as well, but more so as a business owner. Was that for a product to be viable and desirable, people need to be aware about it, right?
Uh-huh.
Why is it important? And there is this concept called economy of scale. The more
Yes.
people are interested in your product, the more it's going to grow. The industry needs to grow for you to grow. You cannot say that I will market just my gym. That's not going to happen. If the industry grows, then some of it might trickle down to your business. And to me, I understood that early on. And I felt like, rather than just promoting the physique workshop, the physique workshop, the physique workshop, that's how I started. My first channel was called TPW Fitness. I changed it to Sushant Pradhan. I stopped marketing too much about the physique workshop and I started educating people about fitness, right?
Uh-huh.
How do you do this? How do you do that? Let's talk about the myths. And slowly that moved on to the vlogging, right? What I do more so of, rather than just answering questions or talking about fitness, I started showing people part of my life. And that was the main goal, right? That was very intentional. I wanted to show that, hey, look, I'm a normal person, just like you. You like going out with your friends. I like going out with my friends. You enjoy eating out. So do I. I don't eat like boiled chicken. For a lot of people, that they cannot relate to it.
Uh-huh.
And I wanted to show people I don't spend like 3-4 hours at the gym. I just work out for like 45 minutes, and you can get great results with all these things in balance. So that's something I wanted to show to people, and I wanted to be relatable to people as well. So I started with the vlogging, showing people part of my lifestyle, and how I'm incorporating fitness into mine. And that created awareness and more regular people. I noticed the trend, because like, especially with women, we offered gym, we offered Zumba. Initially, a lot of women would come to my gym to enroll in Zumba classes. But
Uh-huh.
eventually, women started getting educated, and they were like, "I want to join the gym." and that to me shows that people are more aware. So for me, the biggest challenge was the industry was very small, the awareness wasn't there, and to cultivate that it took time. And by creating content, I mean, like, I think I tackled those.
Mm-hmm. I also love your content. So, guys, you'll find the link to Sushant Bhai channel below, both Physique Walks Up and his channel. Just go there and show some love. But now, fitness is there. The foundation is quite a bit, laid
Right.
over, by your generation. Now, for coming people, the new, the new age entrepreneurs who want to get into fitness, who want to get into
Right.
personal branding and stuff.
Right.
Now, how will the industry accept them? And is there a viable career option for them now, talking about today's day and age, if somebody wants to go to this field?
All right. So first of all, I still tell this to people. This is a growing industry.
Mm-hmm.
Growing industry means it has not fully grown. So it really depends on your expectation. You gotta have realistic expectation. There are going to be struggles,
Uh-huh.
right? You need to have a lot of patience. It's going to take time, especially in Nepal. But I think eventually it will grow. Now, if you want that first mover's advantage, this is the time to get in. But you might probably have to wait for a while, right? So it completely depends on what you want from it. The most important thing is being educated when it comes to fitness, because a lot of people feel like if you just work out and you know how to work out, you can train other people as well. No, it's completely different. Your body is different, everybody is different, so you got to learn the basics.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're educated, and if you and the other thing is you as an entrepreneur, you got to have entrepreneurial skills, meaning
Yes.
finances, meaning operations, meaning systems, meaning knowledge about team and HR, marketing, branding. All these things are important. Can you do without all these things? Maybe you can. Maybe you might succeed. But just like any other business, I mean, like having a strong foundation or data-based approach is better than doing things randomly. So yeah.
Okay. So now talking about the fitness world, the gym world in Nepal, it's still growing. It's in the major cities like Kathmandu, Pokhara, we have it. In Biratnagar, we have some. In other cities, we have a very few. We can count them in our fingers. But now, 5 years from today, where do you see this industry in Nepal? And where do you see the physique workshop? Where do you see yourself? And where do you see the opportunities, for the upcoming people in these 5 years?
The industry is going to grow. Now, people have to understand that just gyms are not gyms as a whole are not like fitness industry. That doesn't
Mm-hmm.
comprise
Yes.
of fitness industry. There are so many aspects, be it selling equipment, be it selling supplements, selling health foods, subscribing to health foods, creating content, or manufacturing equipment, or personal coaching online. There are a lot of aspects of it. But whenever people think about the gyms, think about the fitness industry, they automatically think about gyms. And The way I see it is the gyms are going to grow,
Mm-hmm.
in other parts of the country as well. Eventually that's going to happen. But you have to understand that that is not the only way to grow. Like, for example, I own gyms, but I do online coaching as well. I sell supplements as well. Like, there are certain different companies that I own that do all of these things. So and all of these combined, you have to work on awareing people as well. And like, if there are, let's say, more influencers coming up who actually promote the industry as a whole, it will grow. So talking about the next 5 years, it depends on all of these factors combined, right? More and more people are becoming aware, so the industry is bound to grow. As for the physique workshop, the way I see it is, we currently have like 5 gyms, all in Kathmandu, Lalitpur combined, the capital. But the plan is to grow out of the city as well. The plan is to franchise, right? Been talking to a few people, interested people. So in the middle of the pandemic as well. So franchising is definitely there. And then there are I want to expand. So these, like, next 5 year plans, I have plans of expansion all over. all over Nepal as well as out of Nepal, maybe South Asia. And these are the places because I think it's high time we have good gym chain, right? So and a company from Nepal can definitely do that. So those are my plans.
So now, to conclude things, the fitness world is growing, and it's not just about gyms. There are supplementary
Right,
food providers. There are, the
right.
equipment providers. There are a lot of other things related to this. And for this industry to grow, these all need to grow all together. Just gyms
True,
cannot hold this platform up there.
true.
So there is enough opportunities in all these fields right now, as of now. And if you are willing enough, people can enter this field, and there is a great scope. So can we conclude that in this field?
Definitely, yes. So first comes awareness. I think awareness is still very important, right? Once we aware that once we have a lot of consumers, then we can work on expanding all these fields because people need to understand the knowledge about about supplements. People are very misinformed about supplements. They think it's
Uh-huh,
chemicals or
yes.
medicines or whatnot. So that shows lack of awareness. The importance of meals. Like people would come and work out at the gym, but they wouldn't spend money on having proper meals. That
Mm-hmm.
might backfire, right? So these everything is related to awareness. You can definitely work out at home. This pandemic showed that you can work out at home. So home equipments and things like so all these industries are very 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 connected and the only way to grow is by creating awareness about the industry to people. I don't know people like you said your viewers are from abroad as well, so maybe they might not be able to relate to the to the market of Nepal, but most people here, there's a very small population who understands that fitness is not just about building huge muscles and being on stage, and it's just about maintaining your body, maintaining your health and things as such. But that needs to go.
Okay, so definitely, if you are from Facebook, you are from Nepal. So just keep these things in mind. And if you are, from abroad, I think this is the things that are growing in Asia. So now there are a lot of newcomers coming in, and you have quite a bit of experience as of now. And what would be the few advices that you will give to the newcomers, to those who are just starting in the fitness world, with just fitness, personal fitness, with maybe a business related to this industry. So what are the the few major advices you would like to give them?
For people who are business owners or for people who want to go to the gym and start working out, which ones?
Let's do it for the business people, because we are talking about the industry today.
Right. So, like I mentioned earlier, it's knowing about all this aspect of entrepreneurship. You know, most people don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
They assume that if I open up a gym, people will come in. That might be true. That might not be true. But you have to understand how to manage a gym and all the skills it will take time to develop, right? And those things are where you should be focusing more on. You can always hire a trainer,
Mm-hmm.
but it'll be hard to hire someone who will run your gym, especially on those um, beginning years. So those are the things that will fall directly under your responsibility. So it's high time you educate about all these aspects.
So the second question was, if you are looking for personal fitness, I have been following Sushant Dait's channel and the physique workshop for quite a while, and you'll find enough information about physical fitness. We don't need to include a 5 minute session for that over here. So go to the description and you'll find those channels, and just you can go through them, and I think you will learn a lot about fitness. I have been learning from there as well. And Sushant Dait, thank you for being here, for your time, and for all the viewers. If you are new to the channel, do subscribe. If you like the video, like and share this. And Susandai, any final words before we leave?
Nothing really, but I enjoy that people like you are coming out with content on entrepreneurship, and I think that's very important, given that a lot of people are interested in
Mm-hmm.
having their own businesses and pursuing entrepreneurship. And I think you know. those kind of educational content are very important, as well as you know uh, the content we have, most of be it YouTube or Instagram or whatever it is, it's mostly entertainment content, right? But we need educational content that are mostly, especially geared toward entrepreneurship as well. And that's the only way we can have more entrepreneurs and business owners in this country, and the economy will grow accordingly as well. So that's that.
Thank you so much, Dai, for your time. Thank you so much all for watching. And if you have been watching till now, just show some love. Yeah, I'll see you in the next episode. Till then, take care. Bye bye.